Yes! No!
Checkmate.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Free Game Podcast. My name is Justin. I'm here with my co-host, Holden.
What's up?
And Valjean. He's out of the room, though. He's on his tie-out. He was being kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
So, today we're doing a new Archetype episode, right? That's what we called him.
Archetypal. Right? Yeah. Archetype. Yeah.
Despite my brother's beef with that word. Print and play.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a print and play game before today?
Okay, yeah. No, never.
No?
I was going to be, like, kind of sassy.
Yeah.
And be like, I did one today, you know, that sort of thing. But no, I've never done it. Oh, sorry. I'm
Those
gonna bump
jokes
the table
just kill.
Yo, yeah. They're so funny. It's kind of like when you see somebody, like you hung out with somebody, right? And then you guys both see each other in the parking garage. And you're like, hey, crazy to see you here.
Yeah, or like after New
Year's. It's the funniest joke ever.
You're like, I haven't seen you since last year, man.
Yeah.
So...
Or like before Christmas break when every teachers would be like I'll see you next year, guys. You know,
right.
that sort of thing.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Already off topic.
Yep.
So today we picked two games. I picked two games. You didn't.
I had no say.
We might have picked better games if you had more say in it, but no. So far we've only played one of them. It's called
Tussie, Mussie.
Okay, Tussie, Mussie.
Or Tussie, Mussie.
Tussie, Mussie. We don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
But it's a cute little flower game that has flowers and hearts. Just you and I here playing alone in my apartment. And
hey man, I love flowers.
I like flowers. We both like flowers. We're landscape boys.
Yeah.
So this game, pretty simple, pretty fun, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
I like it. It's only an 18 card deck.
Yep.
Where you take turns drawing two. You get to decide which one is face up, face down.
Yeah. It's
kind of like a mind game. Try to trick your opponent into picking the card you don't want out of the two.
Yeah, but I don't think that we talked about the format in which this game is in.
No, we haven't yet. You mean the whole point of the episode?
Yeah, the entire point of the episode.
Go ahead and explain it.
Just like, I didn't know if you were like, were you sandbagging just then? Or
No.
You just kind of forgot?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So this episode is all about print and play games. Mm-hmm. And so these are games that you go online and you find a game. And then you print the game out. It's like the game is formatted so that you can print it out from your printer.
Probably cut some stuff out.
Yeah, you might have to cut some stuff unless it's like a board game or something. Mm-hmm. And then you just play the game for quote-unquote free that you printed out.
Super fun idea.
Yeah.
Now, this game did cost me $3.
You had to buy this game?
Yeah, I paid $3 to get the PDF download.
Really?
Uh-huh. I think you can buy like a real professional print deck of this game.
Oh.
But they offer it for print and play for $3.
Interesting.
The other one was free. I wanted to try them both.
Okay.
And we'll see which one if we feel like this was worth the $3.
Okay.
$3 is, plus we have card stock. We just only have color card stock. I thought we had white card stock, but we didn't.
Oh. Okay.
So I was like, it might be kind of nice.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to mention is we printed everything they gave me, which includes card backs.
Yeah.
But we didn't take the time to like glue them together.
Mm.
So we could both kind of see which color card was face down.
Kinda, yeah, but there was at no point when we played our first 3 rounds that it mattered.
It didn't matter them. I think it does matter, but neither of us were competitive.
Yeah, neither, and also I'm not gonna get sweaty about it. So, this game is super fun. It's fun. I don't know. I think that part of the reason why I wasn't having as much fun as I probably could have is because it was paper. I feel like if I would have taken the time to print the thing onto the back, like print the card backs on,
or sleeve them,
glue them, or maybe even sleeve the cards, then I would have a lot, more of like a experience, because then you can shuffle them.
It's more uniform. It feels like it
feels like you're playing a game, But like, yeah, I mean, if you're, I don't know, if your kid is yelling at you, like, hey, I want a new game to play, I want, whatever. This is not a bad idea.
No.
Or if you're just like, dude, I'm bored of all the games that I got, I should print out a game. So, this game, each card is a different flower, and they're all real flowers, which is nice. And they're
organized by color.
Yeah, they're all different colors. So there's pink, blue, yellow.
Technically purple.
Oh, is it purple?
I thought it was blue, but I got this card that was like
for
plus one for each other purple card.
Purple.
Our printer is a little funky too, so there's that.
Yeah, the one thing that is kind of funny about this game is that pretty much all of these flowers can be of any color.
Right. Yeah.
But that's fine. So there's purple, pink, yellow,
in fact, there's
and white.
One of the cards is pink rose, and another one is red rose.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But it's fine. The art is cute. It's very
definitely.
like kind of
what's it called, cottage core.
Yeah, there's it's almost like wallpaper and then a flower.
Yeah, it feels kind of like Victorian.
Yeah, in fact, I'll read the thing.
Oh, okay. Like the mission statement.
Tussie Mussie's exemplified. Yes, the Victorian custom of assigning meaning to the flowers that friends and lovers exchanged, inspired by the ideals of elegance and discretion. These bouquets were carefully made to convey subtle messages to their recipients. Now you can choose the right flowers to make a winning Tussie Mussie of your own. I don't know where Tussie Mussie comes from.
Like
if
words.
That's like what they called them in the Victorian era.
I have no idea.
Like a subtle message bouquet kind of
Could you imagine just like me giving you some flowers?
Yeah.
And like, it's like a rose and you're like, this means love. I don't know. Yeah. And I'm like, no, dude, it's just cool. It's just a cool flower.
You're like, your wife's in the hospital, man. I'm just trying to like be nice.
Yeah. I'm like, so could you give it to her when you're free?
Yeah.
No, but
same for you.
Yeah. Like gross, dude.
Yeah.
The game.
My wife's not in the hospital. I just wanna. No. She's on her way home right now.
Healthy as a bull.
Yep.
So there's 18 cards in the deck. Mm-hmm. Pretty small deck, which is, fine. Mm-hmm. And then you each take turns drawing 2 cards. So let's say it's my turn. I'll draw 2 cards, and then I'll look at them, and I'll put both. One of them face up on the table and one of them face down on the table. Mm-hmm. Right?
And you pick.
And then I choose which one it goes face up or face down. And then my lover or friend
or
Justin,
enemy,
or enemy, if you hate the people that you're playing with, would then choose which one of those 2 cards they want to take into their own bouquet or their own arrangement.
It's
right?
basically me deciding whether I like the card that's face up or not, or whether I want to risk a face down one that might be less helpful.
But it's not only that, because it's not just that they were put there at random. Mm-hmm. Because you know that your opponent specifically chose to put one face down.
Yeah.
And so there are times when you know what your opponent is going for, because each of the flowers has a different ability on them, right? And so let's say that they have a card out that sorry. Let's say that they have a card out that says like plus 1 point for each other pink card.
Yeah.
You know that they're going to want pink cards. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes you're like, I want them to take this one card. I don't want them to take the one that I'm putting upside down. So I'm going to put this pink card out as like bait, basically. Right? Sorry, I got something in my throat all of a sudden.
Maybe don't drink your sodas so fast.
Oh yeah, I had a mug.
Yeah, you had it for like 5 seconds.
Root beer here, and I chugged.
You went to grab it for the first time, and you were like, "Oh, it's gone."
Well, I'm not, like some people that just
frugal and they like to
keep going,
make the most of everything. They can't.
Yeah, penny pinchers who don't see things for what they're actually worth.
Different ways to
see it. But there was also sometimes, and I can't exactly think of an example how, but there were sometimes when I was playing to where I put the card that I wanted face up.
Yeah, I did that a couple times too.
Yeah, because you can tell that your opponent isn't going to want it. Mm-hmm. And so then you can kind of trick them into taking the one that's face down, and maybe the one that's face down is even worse.
Yeah.
And so it's not so much, I'm just taking a risk taking this face down one. It's like they
chose that.
They either want me to have that or don't want me to have that, and I need to think about why.
Yeah. Yeah, there were times where I was like, because it immediately feels like, the face down one has more value because they don't want me to see what that card does yet.
Yeah.
Or when I'm making the decision. Because if you pull the face down one, you can look at it. As soon as it's in your arrangement, you can look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just in the moment of the decision, but it's a fun little twist. It's like, which one does my opponent want me to not take?
Exactly. And so you have these cards face up and face down. You take one, and it's kind of put into your collection of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And each round, you do that 4 times. So whenever the last person has 4 cards, you end that round.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'll have your 4 cards. Some of them are going to be face down. Some of them are going to be face up. Because if you take a card that's face up, you leave it face up. If you take a card that's face down, you leave it face down.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it, but your opponent can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, like, oh, that's kind of stupid because then we're both just going to know every card.
Mm-hmm.
But if I, the person whose turn it is, put a card face up and a card face down, and my opponent takes the face up one, my opponent doesn't know what the face down one is.
I don't see that one until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Or the round.
Yeah, the round. And so then you have cards that are face up.
Mm-hmm.
These are a part of your bouquet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Those are like the face up ones are a part of your bouquet.
Yep.
And then the ones that are face down are a part of your keepsakes.
Yeah, they're called
So
keepsakes.
what are the difference between the two?
So basically, the keepsakes are the face down, bouquet is face up. So the bouquet ends up being at the end of each round, there's a before scoring phase, and you slide the keepsakes down into their own row.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep them in the same column. So the cards are in the same order. They're just split into 2 rows now.
Yeah.
Top row's your bouquet, bottom row's your keepsakes. And there's cards that's like, one of them is if you have exactly 2 cards in your bouquet, you get plus 2 points or whatever.
Yeah.
So it is important that they keep the same order, but they're separated. And you obviously, at the end of the round, you reveal your keepsakes. Both players do. And then you go into, some of the cards have like actions on them that you can do at the end of the round.
Yeah.
And then you do those, and then you start scoring.
Yeah, also another important thing is that when you grab your card each turn, you put them sequentially one after another from left to right.
They always go on the right, every new card.
And that matters a lot because there are some cards that say like plus 1 point for each card adjacent to this in your bouquet. So you wouldn't want that to be the first card that you put in your bouquet because you want a card on either side of it to maximize the points.
Yeah.
And so that's a card that I didn't realize this, but as we were playing, I was like, ooh, that's a good card. And so I put it face... Oh, I can't remember. I put it somewhere, and you got it. And I should have been smarter about I should have given him that one because it's the first turn. He's not going to have many cards adjacent to this in his bouquet.
Yeah.
And then there's the scoring system. So there are cards with hearts and cards without hearts. And the hearts are points. And so at the end of your game, you'll count up, all of your hearts, and then you'll count up a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm trying to find one that has like a good, cool effect. So like there are some that just have no effect. Like this Camellia.
I think there might only be 2, and we drew them at the same time.
At the same time,
we didn't see him at all the rest of the game.
No, I think there actually are only 2. Yeah, and then Phlox. And then, there are other cards that kind of give you like more points according to certain stuff. So like this Violet says plus 1 point for each of your purple cards, including this one. So Violet is purple.
Yeah.
And so if you get that one, you're going to try and start collecting more purple cards because you want more points. But then there's also cards that can be a little bit restrictive, like this Peony. It says plus 2 points if you have exactly 2 cards in your bouquet. So if you get this as your second card in your bouquet, you have to only grab face down cards or you're not going to get that boost.
Yeah.
Right? Which is really interesting.
Because there's the Snapdragon card. I think that's the one, right?
Yep.
Where it's like at the end you can switch. You can trade between your bouquet and your keepsakes.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Really cool. But like other than that, yeah. So some of them are restrictive. Peony got me a lot of points in the first round, I think. I mean, I guess not a lot, but like I was able to pull it off.
Yeah.
This Violet one, the one that's plus 1 point for each purple card, including that one, that has a maximum of 4 points, right? Because you only have 4 cards.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
4 points from one card that might be the best one I've seen yet. I don't know. Other than Daisy,
yeah, I think
maybe.
that 4 might. Daisy is really good.
Or Or that
but then,
one.
yeah, there are other cards that, like the Snapdragon or the Pink Larkspur, that says, like, before scoring, do a thing. So, on the Snapdragon, it says you may change up to, what?
I just finished this. It's just a OG Monster Energy drink. 16 fluid ounces. Mm-hmm. I literally saved it for the podcast, and it was one little sip left, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, like the Snapdragon...
Thank goodness.
is you may change up to 2 of your cards, each from bouquet to keepsakes or keepsakes to bouquet. Pink Larkspur is before scoring, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, you must replace one of your cards with one of them, right? So there's kind of like this... There's only a couple cards that do that. I wish there were more cards that did that sort of stuff, because it was really interesting whenever we had them. Yeah. Because you kind of had like okay, things aren't really going my way this game, but I can at least give you a bone.
This toy and my legs are crossed.
Perfect.
So he's just gently telling me that he wants to play.
Yeah.
So sorry, buddy.
He's like,
anyway,
you can go ahead and throw that.
I keep interrupting you. He's like, hey, throw this, would you?
Yeah. So yeah, if you're kind of like behind or something, like... You know, there was a couple... Because I won the first round, and then you kind of swamped me the second 2 rounds. Just because I wasn't able to...
Luck of the draw, man.
Well, and also I think that I was just kind of giving you the wrong cards at the wrong times. And so, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing that I really like about this game, is that it's not just luck. And I mean, you know me, I can't stand luck-based games.
Just straight luck games.
Yeah. This has Monopoly. A little bit of luck to it. But not too much. I enjoy this game.
How much luck does Monopoly have in it?
It's
like 90% luck, right?
Yeah, like 90% basically
the roll of the dice.
Yeah, because you know, with Monopoly, from what I understand, like basically you just want to buy everything that you land on.
Mm-hmm. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
Pretty soon everything's bought.
Yeah.
And then it's just how good
how often how often you land on your own properties. Mm-hmm. And how often you get good community chests. Yeah, like that's true. Basically it. Yeah. And if you got good properties in the first place. One
time there was a community chest where you literally went over and threw Monopoly money in the air, and we all like walked over to like.
This must be like a special Monopoly.
Yeah, and we all walked over. It was a lot of Monopoly money too. We walked over. We stood in a little circle, threw it in the air, and I reached up and caught like 80% of them just in one big clump. So much money, dude. I just obliterated after that. I was buying hotels, you know. Just so funny because they just stick together as paper.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, so Monopoly is one of those things that it's like once all the property is bought, everybody's Steam is just like.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
people
like
are dropping off like flies.
Dude. Yeah. There's always that one guy that's like, all right, dude, I'm just gonna go bankrupt. You guys can just divvy out all of my properties. Seriously. And but like, then there's the one guy that's like, no, come on, keep playing. He is winning 100%. If you're losing in Monopoly, there's no like, I can make it back. You're never gonna make it back. No. Because Monopoly was designed to show the flaws of the capitalist system. I don't know if you knew that.
I think so.
That's why the guy designed it. And so the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That's just how it works.
Boy, does it happen.
Yeah, there are no comebacks in Monopoly.
No.
Yeah. So...
Anyway, we got on a kind of a Monopoly thing.
Yeah, we did. That was kind of rough.
Back to... Tussie Mussie over here.
Tussie Musies.
Developed by Elizabeth Hargrave.
Oh, thanks,
She's famous for a different game, but I can't remember what one.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Yeah.
I don't know if she goes by Lizzie. Maybe
she might.
Liz.
Maybe, but
Ellie?
Victorian era games. So.
Beth. Elizabeth's got a ton, dude.
Yeah.
Ellie, Liz,
and you
Beth,
know what names
Lizzie?
Don't have a ton of nicknames? Holden and Justin.
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about her last name.
No.
Yeah.
Even her last name's got more than me.
Juicy Hoozy. Juicy Hoozy. Sorry.
It's Juicy, by the way. But
oh, Juicy Hoozy. Hoozy. Anyway, that was dumb. So, all right. Is there anything else that we can talk about this game?
No, just I liked it. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. $3. I don't know if I'll ever play it again.
I don't know.
But it was a good
experience. That if I went home and sleeved him up and did some nice stuff to him, maybe it'd be kind of fun. I mean,
it's a real easy play, easy to understand.
This is like something that I would play with like a kid.
Yeah.
And I think it would be pretty fun.
Yeah. It's good to have on hand. And
yeah. And it's cheap.
You want it?
Sure.
I mean, you're going to have kids sooner than I am. So.
Yeah, that's true. Sure, I'll take it.
All right.
Thanks, man. All right.
In like 4 months, you're like, dude, my child cannot understand these card games.
Yeah.
It got
4 months
Sarah's love for card games.
Yeah. 4 months from now, my baby will maybe be born.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's nuts, dude.
All right. Should we play the other one and talk about it?
Yeah, we'll pause, try to do the other one. It looks way more complicated.
Yeah, but you and I like complicated games.
Maybe.
Okay. We're back.
So, I was about to say this, but we hit record. I'm glad. I think I picked 2 good games because these games were very different.
Yeah.
And they showed 2 sides of print and play, which I'm glad because I didn't plan it out, you know?
Yeah.
The other game was just a card game that I paid to get the PDF and printed it. Mm-hmm. And it was fun. It was simple. We already talked about that game. This game is called 12 Parsecs. Mm-hmm.
It's by Andres Seda and Saurabh Misra.
Yeah, by available on Story Machine Games for free. So this one was free.
Yep.
And how would you describe this game? This was more of what I thought we'd be doing.
Yeah.
Pen and paper kind of thing.
This was fancy Yahtzee. That's how I would describe it.
I don't know Yahtzee, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than Yahtzee.
Because Yahtzee, you roll the dice and then you pick which ones you want, kind of thing.
Basically.
Okay, so that happens in this game too.
It's similar, yeah.
Okay.
This is a I don't know. It's just like a dice counting up sort of game. Mm-hmm. Explaining it is going to be so hard because it took so long to learn how to play this game.
What we'll do is, there's
almost nothing we can do.
Let's just try to at least give you an idea.
So, go ahead.
There's 5 spaceships.
Yeah.
The goal of the game is to fill out 3 of them, or win by points. But I don't think there's ever a scenario where no one fills any spaceship and so it goes to points, right? Yeah. Like you're gonna fill 3 of them.
Yes.
So you get to pick which spaceships you put numbers in as dice are rolled. And then you can also use the 3rd die out of the 3 to either get fuel points or academy points. Yeah. Which accumulate into cadets or like fuel energy canisters, let's just say. Yes. You can add those to the spaceships too, because you need a certain amount of numbers and fuel and cadets in each spaceship. They're each unique. Yep. Anyway. It's kind of a fun numbers game. Yeah, it was really, really hard to figure out.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Figured it out though.
Yeah, it took a long time to figure out, and it's one of those games that, and these, I think that I've realized why I hate certain games or like what games I don't like. Okay. And there's no interaction in this game.
Oh right.
And I don't like games like that. And I think that coming up soon, there's a little bit of like a teaser. We might have an episode where we both kind of talk about the things that we like in games and the things that we don't like in games. Mm-hmm. And that might be one that I bring up again, and I'll go into it in more detail then. Okay. But yeah, this game is very much like I don't know, dude. I feel like I could have played this on my own. Mm-hmm. You know, you drinking? What are you drinking there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Just
are you sure?
I'm just finishing off this 2-liter Mountain Dew.
Yeah. 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew.
There's not that much left.
Yeah,
no. I'm not a maniac.
Yeah, he's not playing COD and eating Doritos or anything.
No. Not anymore.
So, like, you roll your dice. There's 3 dice. You roll the dice. Mm-hmm. And then you choose 2 of the dice to go toward the numbers that go onto your ship. Uh-huh. And like each ship has like a certain number of slots that you can put numbers into.
Yeah, and they have to be
in ascending or descending order.
Right. Numerical order.
Yeah. And so like there are some times when you just can't put a number down, which we didn't come across.
Ship.
In a ship.
Yeah.
And so like let's say I'll just roll them and give you an example just to kind of explain the game.
And this is
going to be so, I mean, I don't want to be defeatist or anything like that, but I feel like this is going to be hard to understand from a podcast perspective.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best. So
and
you roll your dice.
I'll take a picture of probably your game board.
Okay.
and post it on the Instagram so that people can at least have a visual.
We should probably take it of yours because mine's a lot more cluttered.
Well.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
I don't want to take a picture of the other game because that cost me $3, right? Like, I don't want to ruin intellectual property or anything.
Yeah.
I'll just post, like, anyway, that doesn't matter.
So I'm going to roll a die. I'm going to roll these dice, which, there you go.
Good. They're real dice.
5, a 6, and a 1. I swear I know numbers. I was thinking...
counting them up. You like using your fingers.
I'm like I got a...
We just played a numbers game. Yeah. Oh, Valjean,
oh, dude.
come here, buddy.
Have you ever played like a... Sorry, that was Valjean. Have you ever played like a dice game with kids? And they do like the 1, 2, 3, and they like literally count out the pips on the dice.
A 4 and a 3, and it wasn't a 4 and a 3.
You're
like,
close.
well,
they're like, I win.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, dang it! Didn't I got to tell this kid he sucks at counting?
His heart again.
Yeah. So I got a 5, a 6, and a 1. And so I would then look at them, and you can choose any two of them. So let's say that I chose the 5 and the 1.
Okay.
Right? Because I found that if you choose two that are like really far apart from each other, it can sometimes help you, like strategically.
Oh, that's true.
And so
that's a good point.
With this, you have two numbers that you can put on a spaceship, right? Because there's 5 spaceships and you're trying to fill out all of their number spaces.
I'm sniffing the mic that's going to come out.
Yeah. So like ship number 1 has 4 spaces that you have to fill out. Ship number 2 has 5. Ship number 3 has 6. So on and so forth. Or actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 has 7. 4 has 7 and 5 has 8. I don't know why they chose to do it that way, but that's fine. So with 5 and 1, I have 51 and 15.
Yep,
right?
Those are the two numbers you get it right.
Yeah, and so I get to, on any one of my spaceships, write 15, and on any one of them write 51. And you want to write them because they work in this chain. So you want to write the 51 toward the end of the chain and the 15 toward the beginning of the chain, since those are going to be probably your lowest numbers and highest numbers. Out
of all 5 ships you pick, anywhere you want to add these numbers,
yeah,
you just have to keep in mind that you need, they need to be followed by
something that's grander or lesser.
Yeah, in both directions.
So, yeah, in both directions, or if it's at the end, just something that's lower.
So or that's, I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt your explaining.
Yeah,
but
you're good.
That was like one of the only strategical things that's in this game.
Well, and choosing which two you want, because then the third die is used toward. There's this thing at the bottom of your game piece, I guess, your game board, that has academies and fuel. What's it called?
Factories.
I don't
know.
And so like the whole idea of this game, if it helps anybody,
let's read the thing.
Yeah, read the thing, because it might help us.
So I'll read the what do you call that? The intro,
the prologue.
Prologue, and then the objective.
Okay.
So the prologue says, "You are the leader of a planet in the Beta Nanoine galaxy. Your sun is about to go supernova, and each planet in the galaxy is racing into space to escape total destruction and find a new home in the universe. When the time comes, everyone will try to launch, but without ships, fuel, or cadets, you are grounded until further notice. Will you reach the stars in time?"
I didn't. You won.
Objective.
I guess I died.
yeah, everybody died on all 5 of your planets or whatever. The goal of the game is to earn points by building 3 or more spaceships. To build a spaceship, you must first construct it using numbers drawn from dice rolls, as well as equip it with a certain amount of cadets and fuel. When a player has completed 3 ships, the game is ended and scored based on complete and incomplete ships and surplus cadets and fuel.
Yeah.
So you can only get surplus cadets and fuel one time, right?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know.
There might be It doesn't really matter.
The instructions of this game were very hard to follow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just one thing. But anyway, so okay, so let's say that you filled out all the numbers on your ship, right? Mm-hmm. Good job. That ship, one of the 3 things of that ship is now done.
Yep.
How do I get the other 2 done? Which is you need to have 6 cadets manning that ship.
For example.
And you need to have,
in ship 1,
in ship
6
1,
cadets
you need
and
6
4
and 4 fuel
canisters.
Yeah. But like in total, you need 6 cadets and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fuel, right? Some of them have a different amount of fuel already in them. Some of them already have a couple cadets in them, okay? So you with that other of your 3 die, mine was 6. I then take that value and put it into either fuel or the academy.
Yep.
Okay. So this is when things just get like just a little bit too much for me, but it's fine. Like now I understand
bear
it.
with us.
Bear with us. This is okay. So the academy, there's in order to get 1 cadet per turn, you have to have 6, let's call them academy values.
Okay.
So right now I have 6 because the third number that I rolled is 6. So then I'd fill out 6 of these little.
Found this in my sock. Little sticker.
Oh, little fox. What are those called? Fox
stickers.
Foxtails.
Sure.
Isn't that what they're called? Did you never hear them called that?
No.
When you walk through a bunch of grass and they're those little pointy things, they're called foxtails. Anyway, they suck hard. So I have 6. I then fill out 6 of these little boxes. There's so many boxes in this game. I fill out 6 of these little boxes in the academy. And then I get to circle the cadet that's underneath that.
You have built 1 cadet.
1 cadet per turn. I already automatically get 1 fuel per turn because that's just the way that the game is set up.
Smart.
Then after that, every turn I'm going to be adding more numbers to my ships, more values to either industry or fuel or cadets. And then I'm slowly starting to build this like fuel cadet race where I'm able to add, like by the end of the game I was adding 4 fuel and 2 cadets
to your ships
every turn,
and you can add them to whichever of the 5 ships. Like every turn you just have the set amount. I kind of decided, I was like, I'm just gonna focus on fuel and see what happens once I had 2 cadets. So every turn I was only adding 2 cadets to my ships, and by the end 5 fuel every time. And it's interesting because I still picked the 3 ships that require the most cadets.
But that's fine.
I mean, I had all the fuel for ship 5,
but the numbers for ship 5 is harder. So it's kind of like a balancing game where you're trying to figure out what's the most effective way. Like, do I do the easiest ship for numbers? Because like number 1 is the easiest for numbers, the easiest for fuel, but the hardest for cadets.
So it's pretty balanced between the 5 ships, I'd say.
The thing that I'm confused about is that if you had 2 cadets each turn and I had 2 cadets each turn, how did you have more cadet? Maybe I just had a bigger gap between my first cadet and my second cadet. That's what it is. Anyway, so then at the end of the game, whoever finishes 2 of their ships, you have all 6 of your cadets, all 8 of your fuel, and all of your numbers on your ship. Then that also another thing. If you finish a ship, you get a special thing.
There's little special boosts.
Which
also we didn't even. I mean, did we do
those
these?
Things are
There's what do they call them? Upgrades. They call them upgrades. There's you shuffle all the upgrade cards and then you pick 3 of them. Well, you reveal.
This is how you have variancy in your game.
It is. But we didn't even pay attention to them.
Well, I did, and I just didn't get any of them.
I got one of them, but I didn't pay attention to it.
So have all 6 digits somewhere on one ship?
I had that on ship 3, but I forgot about it.
Oh, I do too. I had one on ship 3 as well. So if you do, then you get to do 2 of these number things. And these numbers means that you get to add 2 numbers anywhere. So
that can make a game go quicker.
A lot quicker.
Those are very powerful, the upgrades are.
So the upgrades are like if, let's see. So the upgrades are, you can either mark 1 progress on your academies or stations, which is nice. Add a number of choice to any valid space on a ship.
Very helpful.
Or complete your next academy/station even if it's partially filled. So you can just complete one of the...
You can race for those, and really, that's where that's where, I guess that is where a lot of strategy comes into if you want to try to get those upgrades because they're strong.
The hard thing about this is that now that we've used this game thing, we used pens. I guess we could have used pencils. But you just kind of need to throw this away now or make a paper airplane out of it. And
it's on printer paper. I was going to print these on cardstock, like I said, but...
So erasing
even on cardstock, erasing it over time, it would just...
It fade.
It would take the ink out and ruin the paper, so... But it was free.
Yeah.
You know, all I had to pay for was paper and ink, which is so expensive.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing that I want to talk about this. Like, is this really budget? Because it seems budget. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, print and play games. That seems really budget because it's like, oh, you know, all you got to do is print stuff. Yeah. But, like, printers are cheap. Right. Way cheaper than they've ever been. Right? Okay. They're just getting cheaper. But ink is so expensive. Very expensive. I remember when I was a kid, I needed to print something for... his brains out. Yeah. There. I needed to print something for school. Mm-hmm. And we ran out of printer ink. My dad went to get printer ink, and he noticed that getting ink was more expensive than buying a new printer. So we just bought a new printer and threw away the old one, I guess. Crazy. Yeah, it's insane. And this is another thing that my dad said. That's how they get you. So that's definitely how they get you, right? And so what are some other options for printing? I remember as a kid you could print at the library, but I don't know if you can still print at the library. And also, like, I don't know. Just seems kind of embarrassing going to the library to print out a game. But not really, I guess.
Well, here's the other thing. Is it more embarrassing than you download the PDF and then you take a sheet of printer paper and you draw the game? You could do that and you could get rid of a lot of this fancy schmancy art.
That's true.
Also, I can find it if you want, but there were 2 versions of the game board. Oh, okay. And one of them said low ink, and I just picked the low ink one because I was like, I want to save on ink. Yeah. I don't know what the other one is like. It's probably like the whole paper is this like tannish yellow color.
Probably.
But anyway.
Yeah, we don't need the high.
I picked the budget way. And, it's still, you could print it not using color and still play it. Yeah. Definitely, but I printed with color because you know we like to spend all our budget on games here. In this house, so. Yeah. But I struggled to find 3 dice. Anyway, go ahead.
And then I was just thinking, like, if you're gonna go to the library to print this out, why not just go to the library to get a game? Yeah. Because you can get games at the library. Yeah.
So this game.
It's not free.
No.
Let's just be frank. These are not free games.
The PDF is free. Well, you have to have internet.
Yeah. So it's $50 a month, or however much you pay for internet. Yeah. And then the computer you bought it on, that you looked it up on. Yeah. So that's probably another $500. These games are actually pretty expensive. Yeah. I'm just kidding. No, but another thing is that, you know, we might be playing this and going like, yeah, this isn't worth it. There could be way better print and play games out there. You just got to get out there and look, right? Yeah. But
and we'll try to do that for you, but it'll take a lot longer. So.
Yeah, and also like this is gonna be one of those things where I don't know, every couple months or every year we'll do one of these or something and just talk about like the best print and play games. But he's just up and down.
Yeah, he's a mad dog.
When you were a kid, was it ever like you're either inside or you're outside? Like, you can't keep coming back inside.
My mom was always like, shut the door behind me. We're losing AC, you know?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Heat. Yeah. And I've never shut doors, dude.
Really?
Oh, dude. That door was staying open, man.
Oh, I thought you said now I never shut doors. Oh, yeah. Like, you're like, I did learn my lesson.
Every time I'm like, screw you, Mom. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Staples is another place that you can go print stuff, but that's not...
Yeah, that's probably more expensive than buying a printer.
Probably not, but over time, I don't know, man.
Yeah. This might not be a great example because you do have to print it every time. The other game, we print once, we're good to go.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's a one done.
So as we keep doing these episodes every, quarter or whatever, or less often,
we'll mention all this stuff.
We'll talk about this. We'll see what the other games are like. But honestly, I'd play this game again and see if there's real strategy or not if it makes a difference or not. Because we were neck and neck for the longest time. Yeah. I don't even know what the difference was really.
I think that the difference came down to the fact that like I was really. Wait a minute. I completed 3 as well.
Well, that's mine. That's
So I was just 3 cadets away.
So you probably finished your second cadet pretty late then.
Yeah, I did.
I think what I did was I finished 2 pretty quick, and then I was like, I'm just going to do fuel.
That's really smart.
That might be the way
having a balanced approach. And also I think that it might have been like There was one time when I chose a 6 and for my numbers.
Yeah.
I think that might have been my flaw. I chose 6 quite a lot for my numbers.
And you also wouldn't use the extra, like you wouldn't let them bleed into the next cadet, for example. Oh, you're talking about writing on your spaceship.
That's the reason why I didn't choose. Yeah, I chose the 6 to write on my spaceship because I thought that if I had 5 cadets free here, I was like, well, I better roll a 1 sometime soon. Because I didn't know that it would bleed over. But, like, I think that basically the strategy is, here's the strategy, okay? You roll. If there's ever a 6, just put it toward cadet or energy.
Yeah, that's
full stop.
Pretty good, man.
Full stop.
That's pretty good.
I just rolled a 1, a 1, and a 5, so that's horrible. But I think that in this situation, I'd go 1, 1 and put down an 11. Just get it over with.
Lowest number.
And then use my 5 to do a cadet or something. Let's roll again, and I'll talk you through it. How about that?
Okay.
So we got a 3, a 4, and a 4. God, I'm rolling horrible examples. What I would do here is do 3 and 4 to get 34 and 43. And then I'd use the 4 on my cadets or whatever. But, like, let's say I want to roll something good here. Let's do a 1, a 5, and a 6. How about that? So a 1, a 5, and a 6. Obviously, I choose the 6 to go to the cadets, and the 5 and the 6 for 50, or the 5 and the 1 for 15 and 51. This one was, when I actually rolled it, it was 2, 1, and 5. I'd do 21 and 12, and then put the 5 toward the cadets.
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing that, and I really should have been doing that. I think that was way more efficient. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, more of getting, like, I think that I had way... Did I? No, you had the exact same amount of numbers filled out as I did. So yeah, I think that I just that was it. That's what did it. That's what did me in. But yeah, this game, I don't know, it's pretty fun. At the end of it, you count your score in a really convoluted way, but that doesn't really matter.
And it doesn't really matter because you get a lot more score when you finish a spaceship. So the guy who finished 3, like he'd be hard pressed to beat the guy who finished 3. Yeah, because he gets like double the score for that spaceship. Yeah. Anyway. I think it's a really cool idea for a game. I know you're not big on like the space aesthetic. I do like the art for this one.
I like this aesthetic because it's kind of like
it's almost like 19 what
30s 40s sort of era, like kind of like the what's it called? There's like a name for that era. Yeah. It's like it's that.
What does it remind me of? Oh, Fallout. You know the little Fallout guy?
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of like that. It's cool.
It's like the space race era.
Right.
Sort of.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like it a lot.
So, how much time are we at?
We are at, I think, a total of like an hour.
So, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
I think this is a cool I guess genre of game to experience.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to, honestly.
Yeah.
The games, this one, 12 Parsecs, again, that's what this second game is called, really hard to learn. I think the rules were just written very poorly. Yeah. Like in an unclear way. Yeah. And other than that, I didn't mind it at all.
There was one... Some of the stuff that we said right now wasn't written in the rules. Like when I said you get 1 energy, like when you circle your energy and you fill out those 6 energy points, you get 1 energy per turn. Yeah. That was not in the rules. It just said you get 1 energy. And so, or like you get 1 fuel. And so we looked it up on YouTube because we were like, I don't know how to play this game. And like one of the top comments was, I need to fill out 15 cadets. How do I do that if I only have 5 cadets? You know? Yeah. And if you haven't played the game, you don't really understand that, but it doesn't matter. Basically, the way that the rules are put out, it's like, oh, so I just can't win this game. Like, there's no way that this game works. And so, I don't know. I don't exactly just. If you download it, I guess try and follow along with us as you're reading it or something. Mm-hmm. You'll figure it out. We figured it out. You're smart. We're not. So if we figured it out, you can figure it out. You can do it. Hopefully. And yeah, I think that I would recommend the flowers one more than this one.
It's just a lot more simple and reusable.
Yeah, it's reusable.
But it did cost $3.
It did cost $3. But I mean, like, altogether, how much did this game cost? Like, this isn't free either.
I mean, this is like $20 of ink right here.
Yeah, dude, this is a lot of ink.
Yeah. You're like, you put it in.
And like every time that you play it, unless you use a very gentle. Okay.
Valjean.
He decided to sit on
the mic. He likes going on the table while we record.
Yeah, while we work. But Oh, what was I saying? Valjean, you got me forgetting. Oh yeah, every time that you play this game, unless you use light pencil marks and erasing, you're gonna have to print off a new sheet of paper, and that's. I
was trying to think if you could use like little game pieces to cover up blocks, but you still have to write numbers. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's fine.
Unless you want to put dice on each one, 52.
Yeah.
You know? Really, really small dice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Many tiny dice.
Yeah. It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, I like it. I'm kind of a numbers guy. I kind of like numbers games. So
let's
it spoke to me a little.
Give me a quick rating. 1 out of 5 for 12 parsecs.
Dude. Well, I have to kind of rate it as a print and play game.
Yeah, definitely.
So honestly,
that's how rating works on this podcast.
Just because of the non-replayability and the difficulty with the rules, a 3 or a 4, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Maybe a 4. I mean, I had fun with it. It's just, it was so hard to get there.
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna give it like a 2. And I think that it's because when I play games, unless it's a party game, because party games are completely different. Absolutely. We might not ever talk about party games on this game on this channel because they take no strategy. It's just for fun.
It's just for fun and goofing.
Yeah, just goofing. And like you need a lot of people, and like there's no way that we could tell. There's nothing of value that we could tell you about any given party game. It's like it was really funny, and that's it.
It was funny when he dropped the thing. You
had to be there. Exactly. Yeah, and everyone's just like, ugh. So I think that the reason why I don't like games like this in particular is because the game is just this.
Yeah. And then scribble.
Scribbles, and then it's like, okay, you want to roll?
Okay, roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's Yahtzee, dude. That's Yahtzee.
Okay.
Oh, it drives me crazy. Except for the one time in the entire game that somebody gets a Yahtzee and everyone goes, oh! And then you move on because it wasn't you. It's never you.
No, it's never you.
So, okay.
And it never will be.
Yeah, you suck
Give up.
at Yahtzee. You, listen. No, you.
Yeah.
You suck at Yahtzee.
You suck at Yahtzee. And so do I, dang it.
Yeah, so do I. It's a crappy game for poor losers and lucky people. So next,
Tussie Mussie, I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5 too.
Very to the point.
Yeah,
seems really balanced. It's fun.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
It seems like there's real strategy. You can actually figure stuff out. You're thinking. You're actually thinking.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it is $3, so that might take a point off for me because it's like.
What if I gave you $1.50 right now? We split it.
Are you trying to buy an extra point to rate the game higher?
Well, no, I'm saying like if let's say that we went in on it. You know,
$1.50 each.
Yeah, $1.50 each.
Unnoticeable amount of money.
Yeah.
Even $3.
Yeah, $3.
It's just the thing is like, it's an 18 card game. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's just so simple, and that's not a bad thing. It's just like you're paying $3.
Like I'm gonna take this home because you offered it to me. Thank you. That was a gift. And I'm going to...
Madeline thought it was very cute, so maybe we should play with her before.
Okay, I'll leave it with you so that you can play it with her.
Yeah, I'll rescind my offer.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, whatever. I'm not hurt.
I just want to beat her too at it, so...
That's true, and you have so much more experience than her. You'll be able to whoop her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so I'll give Tussie Mussie like a 4. I really liked it. Okay. It was fun, but I didn't pay the $3, so that might be... Right. I might be biased.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I have to... Oh, do you have something to say?
Before we go.
Okay.
I need you to open your phone.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to airdrop you something.
Okay.
iPhone. That's probably you since I don't have your number saved.
So this is a location?
How close is that to where you live?
Let me see. So I'll go here. I'll go... my location. Instead, I'll put in my location. My house.
Okay.
That is 8 minutes from my house.
Mal and I are about to close on that house.
Are you serious?
That's the new podcast studio.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It looks like everything's going to go through. We're about to buy the house, dude.
Dude, congratulations, dude.
It's crazy. It's been the only thing on my mind for weeks. We didn't even know about that house. Well, Maddie had it saved on Zillow, but we went and saw it like last Saturday, I think. And we're getting ready to close on it,
dude. That's amazing.
So we already have a room dedicated to like the podcast.
What?
Dude.
And it's 8 minutes from my place.
Yeah, dude.
For the people at home, I live like 25 minutes away from Justin.
So
right
it's
now.
a trip to figure out.
It's a trip.
Yeah.
But wow, dude. Congrats. Seriously,
Thanks,
congrats. That is huge.
Yeah.
Dude, we have like 2 huge life-changing things happening in both of our lives.
Year, dude.
This is an amazing year.
Yeah, it is. And the podcast.
The podcast is doing great right now.
So thanks, everybody.
I want to mention that. Thank you all for it's doing so good right now. The numbers are climbing.
I'm excited, dude.
You're on this train with us. This excitement. Well, now that I got you, leave a rating.
Yeah, just keep this momentum going, baby.
Yeah, you don't want to disappoint us now.
Leaving a rating is as exciting to us as a newborn and a new house.
You don't want to kick us while we're up.
Yeah, come on, man. Contribute a little.
That's amazing. Coming over to my side of the pond.
Yep.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it.
Where afford a home anywhere
we
else.
live. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna love that city. I
I'm
won't say what
for you
city.
to see that house, dude, because I'm gonna try to have a bonsai garden there.
Oh, dude, that'd be so sick. All right, well, I gotta go get some ice cream for my pregnant wife. So, Kibo.
Don't we all?
Yeah, take us out.
Hey, free game, talking gaming day and night. This the show that you've been missing, guaranteed to get you hyped. Up, down, left, start, better charge up your controller. The show is taking over with Justin and with Holden. Hey, phase 10, Halo Reach, Magic the Gathering. Plenty games we talking, cause that's what we got a passion in. Hey, restart, run it back, let's play like we in the arcade. Homie, this is free game, let's go.